Holistic Well-Being, Side 1. Human beings have been created by God to be very whole, to work in a whole way, a way which lets Him see that He has created beings who are functioning in His image, in a synchronistic way, a way that moves with Him very gracefully and fluidly, in a holistic understanding of everything that they are in body, in mind, in spirit, in soul, in heart, in complete well-being. God wishes people to really understand this, and He wishes people to begin to move into this understanding in a realistic way, a way which lets them know that they are really functioning in the way that they should be, in a whole way, in a complete way, in a happy, peaceful, free, loving way. Because God has created people to be happy, to be free and peaceful and well. And the way in which they can achieve this is by using every part of themselves, their body, their mind, their heart, their soul, their spirit, their whole being, in a fruitful way, a positive way, a way that moves with God's spirit of life in a synchronistic development. Now this means that individuals have to, first of all, decide for themselves that they wish to live life in this whole way. And they need to understand that the only way in which they can begin to achieve this is by acknowledging the fact that God has given them life. God is the being who has created each individual, and He has allowed that each individual possesses qualities and faculties and gifts and abilities which are very unique to Him. And of course, God wishes each individual to pursue a path in life which is allowing him to develop these to the full, so that the individual feels at each stage of his life that he is moving in a true way, a positive way, a way that makes sense, in a way that allows him to feel that he's fulfilling his meaning as a being of love and light. Because God has created each individual to be a being of love and light. If each individual is working along these lines, then God would be able to see that His whole design is taking shape very realistically, because God has an organic plan. God's plan is whole. God's design is whole. And finally, God wishes to see this perfect design complete. As an individual, God wishes you to help Him to fulfill this perfect design. You have a particular role to play. You have a particular part to play in the development of the world. And you have a particular part to play in the perfect completion of the world. If you can accept this, then you will now take upon yourself an individual responsibility to work with God in this final development of life on earth. You will work in a way that is using every aspect of yourself in the most positive way possible. You will understand that God has given you a body, so that this body works in harmony with mind and with the soul and with the spirit of life. So you will use your body in a very simple, functional, whole way by trying to keep it functioning well. You will use a simple plan which allows you to realize that in order to be well, the body needs to be exercised adequately and regularly and simply. And you will use your own likes and preferences to develop this particular way of exercising, so that you're trying to keep different parts of the body, the skeleton, the joints, the bones, the organs, the different systems of the body, the respiration, the circulation, the digestion, the assimilation, the hormones, the glands, the nervous system, all in harmony, in a rhythmic harmony. So you try to keep the body supple and energized by regular daily exercise. You realize too that the body, as well as being active, needs to be still. It needs to be still to allow all the functions of the body to relax into a harmony and coordinate themselves. So each day you'll take time to relax the body and let it be energized once again by reaching right into the depth of yourself to understand that your body is very connected to your soul, and your soul is very connected to God's soul. And if you can achieve this beautiful harmony within yourself, then you are drawing from God an energy which allows you to let your body function very rhythmically and beautifully in a whole way. You will also understand that God has given you nutrition so that you can develop your body in this holistic way. He's provided you with many natural foods which are there for you to enjoy and to use in a simple, balanced, whole way, by letting them develop within you as they should, to energize the different parts of the body, once again in a rhythmic way, in a coordinated way, which is letting you feel well and healthy, and letting each part of the body develop in the way that it should, very functionally. If you can achieve this, then you are making a start towards this holistic development, and you're beginning to understand that God really does wish you to work in harmony with yourself. He doesn't want your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit to be separate, because if they are, you just can't function in a real way, in a true way. You're never feeling well or peaceful or happy or free as He intends you to be. The mind is very closely connected to the body, and the mind, of course, needs to function in conjunction with the body, so that this beautiful harmony is maintained. In fact, unless the mind is working in this holistic way, there really is no way in which the body will be well. Even if exercise is taken and proper nutrition is used, if the mind is out of joint with the body, then the body will not be well. So God wishes you to understand that your body and your mind need to work in harmony, and you need to take time to still that mind, to relax the conscious mind from many of the pressures and strains and worries of life. In order to do this, you need to try to slow down the mind as often as possible, to try to let this jumble of thoughts move away and let the consciousness slow down almost to a standstill. You need to take time to do this. You can do this in various ways. You can do it through a definite program of relaxation, where you set aside time to be yourself and be still. You can listen to beautiful music. You can do something that you enjoy doing, like reading something stimulating but wholesome, by painting, by organizing yourself to try to find a closeness to nature which is enhancing a feeling of harmony and peace. God wishes you to try each day of your life to find the space, to give yourself the space to do this in a very purposeful way, so that the mind can slow down and achieve a basic rhythm which is moving with his own rhythm, which is a very beautiful, harmonious, melodic impulse. And if you can let your mind and your body begin working in this pattern, then once again you are moving into this holistic way of living which God wishes you to enter into now, very realistically and purposefully.